Right now, while you are watching this, AI agents are applying to 1,000 jobs simultaneously while their owners sleep. Right now, someone's code is being reviewed, rewritten, and shipped by a model that does not take lunch breaks. Right now, a marketing brief that would have taken a junior copywriter 4 hours is being generated in 40 seconds. 77,000 tech workers lost their jobs in early 2025, and the people replacing them were not cheaper humans. If you are watching this video and you have not felt that fear yet, I need you to understand something. You are not safe, and the window to act is now. But before I tell you what to do, I want to say something that almost nobody in the AI space will say to you. Your fear is not stupid. It is not weakness. It is not you being dramatic or behind the times. Your fear is data. Stanford AI Index 2026. 64% of people expect AI to lead to fewer jobs over the next 20 years. 85% of workers worldwide believe AI will affect their jobs soon. A Harvard Business School survey found that Americans already support AI handling roughly 30% of current jobs, and if AI gets better, that number jumps to 58%. 58% of jobs. People are not imagining this. The fear you feel when you look at your job description, that instinct is correct. And here is the part that hits hardest. It is not evenly distributed. Young workers feel it most. Entry-level workers feel it most. People in Africa, in Southeast Asia, in any economy where workers are doing the kind of repeatable digital work that AI handles cheaply, they feel it most. Because the jobs that AI takes first are not the CEO jobs. They are the jobs that young, ambitious, talented people were supposed to climb into, the first rung of the ladder. And in Africa, a continent with the youngest workforce on Earth, where millions are entering the digital economy for the first time, that first rung matters more than anywhere else. So yes, the fear is real, the fear is rational, and anyone telling you otherwise is either not paying attention or not being honest with you. But here is where I need to stop you from making the mistake that turns rational fear into paralysis. Because the data tells two stories, and most people only hear the first one. Story 1. AI is disrupting work. That is true. We established that. Story 2. The disruption is not uniform. And the people who understand that are already winning. Let me show you what I mean. PwC's 2025 Global AI Jobs Barometer found that workers with AI skills earn a 56% wage premium over workers without them. 56%. That is not a small edge. That is the difference between a starting salary and a mid-career salary, achieved not by years of experience, but by one skill set. Wages are rising twice as fast in AI-exposed industries compared to industries with low AI exposure. The World Economic Forum projects that yes, 85 to 92 million jobs will be displaced by AI between now and 2030. But the same report projects that 97 million new roles will emerge. Net gain. The Goldman Sachs analysis that everyone quotes, the one about 300 million jobs affected. That same analysis says AI also boosts productivity dramatically, creates entirely new categories of work, and raises wages for workers who adapt. AI replaces tasks, not always people, and the people who get replaced are overwhelmingly the ones who made one choice. They decided the tool was not for them. They watched it happen instead of picking it up. Now I want to talk specifically about Africa, because if you are watching this from Lagos, from Nairobi, from Accra, from Johannesburg, the stakes of this conversation are different for you than they are for someone in London or San Francisco. Different in one specific way. The West has been building AI infrastructure for decades. The models, the servers, the data centers, the companies, they are not in Africa. They are in America and Europe and increasingly in China. Which means, right now, African workers are not just competing with AI. They are competing with AI built somewhere else, trained on data collected somewhere else, owned by companies with shareholders somewhere else. Every time an African professional uses ChatGPT, every time an African business pastes its strategy documents into a foreign AI, two things happen. They pay a subscription fee that leaves the continent, and they train a system that belongs to someone else. That is not a technology problem. That is a sovereignty problem. And it is the reason I started Project Sovereign. Not to tell people not to use AI, but to tell people you can build it, you can run it, you can own the layer beneath it. And you can do it today on the laptop you already have for $0 a month. So let me show you exactly what that looks like in practice. Step 1. Check your hardware. You do not need an expensive machine. 8 gigabytes of RAM runs 3 to 7 billion parameter models, good for most tasks. 16 gigabytes of RAM runs 7 to 13 billion parameter models comfortably. 32 gigabytes can push 30 billion parameters and above. A laptop from 2018 with 8 gigabytes of RAM is enough to start. No RTX graphics card required. Step 2. Install Ollama. Go to ollama.com, click download. It installs like any normal application. 2 minutes, done. When you open it, it runs quietly in your system tray. No big window, just running. Step 3. Run your first model. Open your terminal. Type Ollama run Llama 3. It downloads the model once, about 4 gigabytes. After that, it lives on your machine. No internet needed to use it. Type a prompt. It responds. Fast. Type. Write a business plan for a local delivery service in Lagos. Watch what happens. That response was generated entirely on your hardware. No network request to OpenAI. No data sent to any server anywhere. Just your machine, your model, your work. No network request to OpenAI. No data sent to any server anywhere. Just your machine, your model, your work. Step 4. Connect it to your code. Open VS Code. Create a new Python file. Install the requests library with pip install requests. Then write this: Python import requests response. Don't requests. Post. http localhost 11434 API. Generate. JSON, JAWS, model. Llama 3, prompt. Write a follow-up email to a client. Stream, false. Print, response.json. Response. Save it. Run it. The AI responds inside your own program. You are not chatting with it anymore. You are controlling it with code. That is the shift. Now let me tell you what this actually means for your career and your income. Because this is not just a privacy win. This is not just a cost saving. This is a competitive advantage. Right now, most people using AI are renting intelligence. They are paying $20 a month for access to a tool they do not own, on a server they do not control, with terms that can change tomorrow, and data policies they have never read. The person who runs local AI owns the intelligence. They can build products on top of it. They can offer services their competitors literally cannot, because their competitors cannot guarantee data privacy. Think about what that means in practice. A law firm asks, where does our client data go when your AI processes it? Most consultants cannot answer that question. You can. Our AI runs on hardware we own. Nothing has ever left our infrastructure. That sentence closes contracts in legal, in healthcare, in finance, in therapy. Anywhere data privacy is not optional. A 56% wage premium for AI skills. The ability to answer the privacy question that your competitors cannot. 9 different business models you can run from your laptop at 0 monthly cost. That is not a tech demo. That is a business. I want to end this video with something I need you to actually hear, not just process. Hear. The people who are afraid of AI will work for the people who built it. That has always been true of every major technological shift. The people who feared electricity worked in factories powered by other people's generators. The people who feared the internet used other people's platforms. The people who fear AI will use other people's tools and pay other people's subscription fees and generate other people's data and train other people's models. Africa has been on the wrong side of that line for too long. Not because African people are not capable, not because African developers are not talented, but because the infrastructure was built somewhere else and we were handed access instead of ownership. Project Sovereign is about ending that. Not for one person, not for one company, for a generation. Every African developer who runs a local model instead of renting a foreign one, that is $1 less leaving the continent. Every African business that owns its AI instead of subscribing to someone else's, that is 1 fewer foreign off-switch controlling African work. Every person who watches this video, downloads Ollama and runs their first model, that is one more person who chose to build instead of wait. The movement is not complicated. It does not require permission. It does not require funding. It requires a decision. Africa does not need technological charity. It needs technological sovereignty. And that starts right now on your laptop in 30 minutes for $0 with you. 3 things before you go. 1. The full code from this video is in the description below. Copy it, run it today. Do not just watch. 2. Tell me in the comments, what is the first thing you are going to build with your local AI? I read every single comment. I will personally reply to the most interesting build. 3. Subscribe, because next video we go further. I will show you how to give this AI memory, connect it to tools, and make it take actions on its own. Fully local, fully autonomous, fully yours. Project Sovereign is just getting started. See you in the next one.